Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to dive into Clay, which is a modern data enrichment and prospecting tool that saves salespeople hours of manual work and helps in terms of scaling our outreach like never before. So far, what we have seen is when it comes to prospecting, we rely on tools like LinkedIn or Google or any other directory that's available out there to find the relevant people first who are from those relevant companies as per our ICP, and then we use other tools like Lusha, EasyRead, Signal Hire to extract their contact details. So we have to bounce from multiple tools and platforms to build our own prospect list. What Clay is, it is basically your all-in-one prospecting workspace where it allows you to find companies, people from multiple sources, helps you in terms of enriching them with multiple data points using APIs of other tools. So it automates that entire workflow for you. And finally, it helps you in terms of exporting it either in the form of an Excel or directly onto your CRM and avoids juggling between different tools for data enrichment, cleaning, or contact extraction. So let's quickly move into how Clay works. So this is how Clay looks like, wherein what it starts with is the source. So we're going to cover three things today. One is finding people. Second is finding different sort of companies. And third is how Clay has also brought in an option of gathering data from Google Maps. So when we talk about finding people, I'll just quickly click over there. What I'm getting over here is a Excel sort of a UI wherein I have my prospect data on the right. Unlike how we see on LinkedIn or any other platforms that okay, it's there in those sections. And when we click on it, we get other details. Over here, I can just simply move across this particular table and see the prospects. Now, when I talk about the filters, obviously there are the company attributes wherein I can include and exclude industries, even look for specific keywords in the description of those companies. Say, for example, if I'm looking for SaaS companies, all I need to do is add SaaS as a description or keywords to include. The most interesting thing over here is no one offers this at this point because SaaS itself is not an industry. It either falls into IT services and consulting or technology or software development. But over here, we are able to do that. Next, when we talk about job title, again, what it has done, it has micro down on every single thing from seniority to the function to which all job titles do you want to include or exclude. It even has offered you an exact keyword match. So in case if you want to do a Boolean search, you don't need to do anything extra over here. Just click this button and that's where you have your exact keyword matching done. Other things include the profile filters. So in the profile section, what we can do is we can search for different profile keywords that's anywhere in their headline or about section. If you want to search for something, we can get that. So say for example, I am looking for treasury as a keyword. So I can just simply type in that and I'll get my result. So anywhere, whoever has mentioned either in their designation, in their description or in the about section, treasury, I'll get all of those results. So say for example, I'll create a couple of filters and what I will do is that we have this table over here. Okay. So I've taken, say to the description as SaaS. Let me take the job title as founder. And then let's check what is the sort of output that we are getting. So here we're getting more than 12,000 results. So in the free version, what we can do is that we can gather 1,000 records at a max. So that's a limit that is there for the free version. So what we can do is that I'll just click on next, wherein it will take the first 1,000. And let's see what are the sort of details or what all things we can do now with this data. So as you can see, I can either enrich that particular person's profile. What does enrichment mean is either I can look for other details like say the person's LinkedIn posts, their email IDs and all of those things. I can even get a summary of their entire LinkedIn profile, their work email ID, their posts, how are their engagement on LinkedIn. So all of these things I'm able to get. Now let's quickly run this for the first 10 and see what is the output that we are able to get. So when we click on enrichment, here's what all options we get. We can enrich the company, so get all the company details. We can find their work email ID. Now, the interesting thing over here is it has a waterfall model, wherein what it does, as you can see over here, it has 9+ tools just for finding email IDs. So let me show you an example of that. Over here, what I've done is I've just selected on the work email. It has found the full name column and the company domain column, which is there. All I will do is just save and run the first 10 rows. So it'll take a couple of seconds to load and then it will start finding the email IDs. Yeah, so here what's happening is basically it has searched for the email IDs across multiple tools, validated them, and is finally then giving us that okay, these are the work email IDs that it has been able to find. What more can we do over here? So we can use AI over here to do other things as well. Like for example, say if I want to generate a particular prompt and then give it to you, like the one that's shown over here, find the CEO of that particular company and just give those to me. I can either do that or I can use agent as well. So they have these templates that are there wherein we can see that okay, what all AI use cases are defined over here. Like I can look for the CEO's contact. I can use for validating certain domains or so. So this is how we can use AI as well in this particular case. Now, what more does it offer in terms of enrichment is we can even derive signals from this. Signals like whether there have been any job changes in those companies, whether the person has changed any jobs, are there any specific job postings or not. One interesting thing that I found over here when we talk about, say, the AI features is I can get a complete profile highlight as well as I can get, say, the top LinkedIn posts of those person. So there's quite a lot of things that one can do using just this particular platform when it comes to prospecting. Now, moving on to the company search, wherein we can look for companies as per our ICP. I won't dive into the filters because these are similar to what we have used on other platforms. But what's the most interesting thing over here is a search with AI option, wherein I can either find list of similar companies by copy pasting the domain name, or I can even copy paste the company's LinkedIn URLs and I'll get a list of similar companies that are there. Then what I can do is that I can even describe products and services of companies that I'm looking for and it will filter based on that. So say for example, if I want to find companies that are building a SaaS platform, then I get a list of companies specific to that use case. How does it do it? Is it searches for these keywords in their descriptions and across their websites to give us that narrowed down result. This is exactly how this particular tool works when it comes to the company search. Next is a more interesting thing, that is if I want to search for local businesses. Now, what it helps me do over here is I can enter a location. Then I can search for different type of businesses and it loads the various categories that are there. So see, for example, if I'm a logistics company and I want to reach out to apparel or retail brands in the city or in this particular location to pitch my services, then all I just need to do is put in the location and the business type, that's clothing store, and add the number of results that I want. So see, for example, if I want 250, let's check in this case 100 and I'll click on continue and I'll add a blank table. So it'll take a couple of seconds to load, and as you can see over here, it has found 10 results already and it is expanding to more. So if you see in real time, it's scraping data directly from Google Maps and it's giving it to me over here with the phone numbers, the address, whatever websites are available, along with their ratings and review count. So this takes the Google data scraping game to a whole new level wherein I'm getting instant results. What other tools offer is it will take some time to load the results, scrape the data, and then organize it and give it to you in a CSV format. I don't have to do that over here because I already have it in an Excel format. I can even use my filters. So this view itself gives me an option to set filters. So if I want to filter based on ratings, or based on the total review count, I can do that right here. And then I can export my data. So what all data that I'll get as an export is something that is already cleaned on this platform itself. So that is how, Clay makes prospecting and data enrichment very, very easy. So if you're serious about scaling your outbound without wasting hours on manual research, Clay is definitely worth trying. There are many more use cases related to Clay which we'll be covering in our future tutorials. And I hope they help you in terms of utilizing this tool, this platform at max. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.